Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rare Air Studio, where we give the highlight on everything electronic music related, not just DJs, not just record producers, but also the dancers, the visual artists, and promoters and everything in between. My name is Rondé Adams. I am your host. This is week 2 of what we're doing here. I'm excited to bring this gentleman here. I met him when we was doing Electric Garden about 3 years ago. He was known as a different name, and now he's here rebranded, reforged, and ready to rock and roll. Introducing to you, ladies and gentlemen, my homeboy, Maliik.
What up, everybody?
Man, tell me a couple things, man. He does bass music, what some of y'all would call dubstep or trap EDM, but I'm gonna let him tell it. What do you make, and how long have you been making this music?
Yeah, so I make dubstep. The subgenre is tear out, which is more of like a heavier side of dubstep.
Okay.
I've been doing that since about 2021 for the producing side. Started off, I want to give a shout out and a thank you to Carbon. Actually, he was my first mentor that gave me like the first few steps into the game, teaching me, everything to do throughout the DAWs and like learning like VSTs and everything. So a shout out and a thank you to him for basically giving me like the starting steps in this.
So when you say 2021, you mean 2021 years, or since 2020, 2021?
Since the year 2021, I've been producing.
That's what's up. That's what I like the hard edge sound, man. It's funny that like when I seen you playing, I was like, oh snap, we got a black guy doing dubstep. And the reason why I say that is, even though we or black people, the people in the diaspora, started with like reggae, with dub, with trap, it seemed like the industry when it comes to that is not dominated with us. So what made you say, hey, I'm gonna start doing this music? What started you down that path?
Actually, if I go like way back, I've actually started DJing like hip hop a little bit.
Okay.
Like back in college, basically even before that, like growing up, I was surrounded by music. Growing up north side of Chicago and Cabrini Green, we had like our hood DJs,
You from Cabrini?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, make some noise. Shout out to the homie for living in Cabrini and surviving through Cabrini. If you're familiar with Cabrini, if you're not familiar with Cabrini Green, if you watch the movie Candyman, that gives you like a small little glimpse into what's going on with that. Yeah.
I always get that every time too.
Okay.
Like, have you seen Candyman before?
Tell me about, just real quick, how you performed there. Tell me what nightclubs or festivals you have played.
I've actually played summer camp once. It was a silent disco stage.
Okay. Was that with Vibes with us, or?
I believe so. Yeah, it was the Sunday.
Make some noise for Vibes.
Thank you.
Hey. Yeah. I'm gonna get into like the questions I have here. So I freestyle and I just come with some of these questions.
Yeah.
When people Google you, what's the one thing that they don't see that actually defines your career?
Someone that's really there for the underground, for the the lower man, because right now in the scene it's all about who could pump out the most numbers, who could get the most likes on this and that. But people that are starting, no one's starting out like their first day with 1,000 likes on something or 1,000 views on a song or something. So if someone Googles me, I want them to know like, hey, this is a person that'll really, look out for the little man first before, reaching out to like the upper classmen in the industry.
So when you had performed at Electric Garden, who was the person that booked you? Was that Corduroy Xavier? I think that was his night, from what I recall. It was a while back. That was 3 years ago.
That was a while back. So, I remember the night and everything. Yeah. It was a great night. It was my first time actually in that area.
Yeah.
And like in that venue, I didn't even know was there the whole time. And I'm usually in that area, which was wild. So that was like mind blowing to me.
Was that one of your first like nightclub appearances?
Yeah, and actually one of my like first like in the city Chicago bookings, because usually everything's outside of Chicago in the suburbs or like out of state or nearby, but that was like my first like official like inner city like 606 booking.
Yeah, so just to give you watchers a idea of what we're talking about. So Chicago is predominantly like it's either or, right? You either doing it with the YNs, rocking with drill music, or you're on the north side doing underground hip hop, or you're with the house and techno guys. When it comes to bass music, trap, EDM trap, dubstep, there's not really venues that cater to that sound. So we had took a step, me, Mrs. Malvina Jones, Mr. Ben Spinners with Vibes. We had got a place called, we found a place called Electric Garden, and Fridays we would have for house, and for Saturdays we have for bass music, and that's how I met this gentleman. So you being a newer artist, tell us about what were your tactics to get followers and to have people come see you at events.
First, it started like with the hard like promoting with my actual name on like business cards. Like, hey, my name is Rashard. I go by this. Here's a business card with like this QR code. If you scan it, it'll take you to my link tree. You could follow me everywhere right there. It started with that, like going to venues, just going past people like, hey, I'm this, hey, this. And then it led to me doing like the online promoting, like using groups and like Discords, linking with like other artists like me.
Yeah.
And even like finding other black bass artists in the scene as well. Like doing all of that is what led to everything now.
Shout out to Lewis, as a matter of fact. We're talking about black artists in the bass scene. Lewis, my boy Lewis, Bar and Grill. That's one of my homies out there.
100%.
What is the biggest lie the EDM industry tells artists?
I'd say one of the biggest lies. I mean, we all fall for it. We're newer artists in the scene. We see a venue that we want to play in or we dream of playing in.
Yeah.
The first thing they're like is, hey, can you promote for us? If you promote for us a few times, we got you on the future booking.
Yeah.
So you just go on, promote one show, you're like, all right, cool. And then it's like four more shows you're promoting. All you're getting is just like a guest list in the show.
Yeah, and then they
not really talking about you getting booked. Yeah,
right. And they keep saying come support our events.
Yeah,
and then now you're at event number 12, and you're like, what's up? Put me on.
Then you actually ask, and they're just like, oh, you just gotta show up. You just gotta show your face, and you're like, I've been showing my face for the past year and a half. Like, what's going on here?
So, this is a 2-part question. Do you believe you built a reputation so far, a good reputation in the scene?
I think right now I have, based on like the projects I've been building, because right now I've been focusing on, putting the word out for black bass artists locally in the scene.
Yeah.
So that's been like my main priority lately.
I want to touch on that just briefly. So you being in a not black dominated genre, or you tell me if it's not, from the outside looking in, it seems like it's not. How are you treated? How are how do they see us? How do they see artists like us in this particular scene?
I mean, personally, I feel like, as the quotes say, we do twice the work to only get like half the steps ahead. That's how honestly I feel about it. And I want to give a shout out. There's a artist from Atlanta. He's a pretty worldwide artist. He goes by Hero Bus. And I remember during COVID, during like the live streams and stuff, in the middle of his stream, he just turned the music down and just grabbed a mic, and he was like, we need more than white males in this industry. And him being a white male himself, like turning his music down and saying that is what really sparked it for me. I was like, you know what? He's right. Let me like let me try to start this off. Like I started asking the questions like, why aren't there many black artists like locally in the scene or on like bigger supports?
Dude, like I just came from Minneapolis, and I have a special connection with that city. And what I noticed in many cities, especially like in Chicago, when it comes to house techno, at least I could say on this end, there are artists like me, there are artists like you that are actively putting music out, that are actively putting out live streams of us DJing, that have actively turned out events, packed events even, but we constantly get ignored. Here's a nifty question. What is a way you think that will break through?
It will have to be
Other than being persistent, like what is a different tactic to get artists of color, not just artists of color, but also women, LGBTQ, people that may have a hard time getting booked?
we just have to force our way in, let them know that we're here.
Yeah.
Like you can't ignore us for long. Like
Yeah, numbers don't lie. Exactly,
Yeah.
numbers don't lie. Which brings me to this one. What were you really chasing when you got into this music, when you got into the scene? Is it the love of music? Is it escape from reality? Is it money, status, or community?
it was a combination of like an escape from reality and my love of music.
Okay.
Like I said, like I grew up, basically music was all around my life. From like I said, the hood, DJs growing up to, and I grew up in like the mixtape era, so like the mixtape Wayne eras, I grew up on that, listening to that every day going to school.
Yeah.
Like the Jeezy eras, like all of that I was listening to.
DJ drama, yeah. Stuff
And
like
at
DJ
the same time, like growing up, everyone knows growing up in the neighborhood, like if you didn't have like the cable or something, you had your radio. And I remember like those Saturday nights, like remember when radio stations used to like stream from clubs and they used to have like the DJs at the club.
live and direct from
Oh, we from club this, that, and the other with DJ this, that, and the other too. And he used to go on to like 1, 2 a.m.
And they playing live, going crazy.
And I remember like being like 11, 12 years old, just fighting my sleep still, listening to music. Like
That's amazing to hear because like cats your age, I was called your kid, but like cats your age, they act like they don't remember things past them being 18. Like when I was a kid, and I'm pretty up there now, but like I was 10 years old in '85. And that's when like all the music started to have a certain definition to it. Like up until '85, to my knowledge, none of that music had like a defined genre. Like music that we're saying, this is electro, this is house, this is hip hop.
Yeah.
All those lines were blurred back in the day. And then it wasn't until '85 when Run DMC, when certain artists came out, when Chip E came out with It's House, that they said this is house music, this is reggae, this is that. When the emergence of the music video came out, when they had a face to put on, these certain songs and artists, is when that happened. Gonna ask this off the record. This is Rare Air on the record. Hey, if you like what we're doing, support us. We'll have a link on the page, and also there should be something that says the link right there. Follow us, Rare Air Studio on YouTube. Who are your inspirations? Give me like I'm gonna ask you like a 2-part thing. So, who are your bass, EDM, dubstep inspirations? Give me like top 3 or something like that. Who are your top 3?
top 3 inspirations. I think I'm gonna break it down into like sections.
That's fine.
Like when it comes to like actual mixing and DJing, like I said, it all stems back to during like the quarantine era and stuff. Like I used to watch a lot of Sudden Death's streams on Insomniac's YouTube, primarily because like I was still like a youngin in the scene, taking notes, just watching like the hand movements. I'm like, all right, when does he switch to this song? All right, when does he start searching the CDJ for this. Why is he doing this? Like, how does he get that effect going? Like he, like, pretty much motivated me in that sense.
So I'm gonna still get back to the inspiration. So did you learn mostly by watching, and no one just said, "Hey, do this, do that"?
Yeah, even to today, like, I still go to like big shows, or if there's like a 360, you'll just see me on the sideline just staring, like, all right, how is he doing like this hand movement?
Yeah.
Like, how is his stage presence? Like, basically scouting and taking notes on everyone that's basically on stage, seeing like, all right, how can I better my craft based off of that, and based off like how the crowd's reacting to that. Like, all right, how can I make the crowd react like that?
I feel you with that, dude. Shout out to my homie Gene Hunt. So like one time I went to see Gene Hunt play at the Mid, and
I remember the Mid.
Dude, like me and my boy used to just go just to see the crowd go crazy, just to go crazy to hear him play. And I would bring like my CDs of beats, like, hey, play this, play this, play this.
Yeah.
And then after a while, I had to ask the promoter, hey, like, what makes him play your track? He was like, well, buy him some liquor. You know what I'm saying? Duh. Give him some money. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm like, Gene, here go $100, bro. Here go a bottle of champagne. Play my track. And he looks at me and I'm like, yeah, play it. So I'm up at the Mid, and boom, my track is playing, and I'm like, whoa. But he played it in a way I would have never thought of playing it.
Yeah.
And it was just so dope, and the way the crowd synced up when he brought the beat in after doing the breakdown, I was just like, that's why I go to these events, to hear them do. So you're right on that point right there. Question for you. Well, before I do that, give me your two other inspirations, because we got time.
Another inspiration of mine, because it's funny that you brought up like how you brought like your track, like how can I get it played somewhere?
Yeah.
And I remember me being contacted from an artist who was an inspiration of mine, Megalodon.
Oh yeah.
I remember like when I was producing, and I was like, you know how you have that burnout where you're like, man, no one's really listening. Like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And I remember it was like a random 2 a.m. email. And I'm thinking, it's like, you know how you like sign up for all these websites where you try to promote your music? I thought it was one of those at first, like, hey, we appreciate your music. We would like to have further questions for it. Megalodon likes it. In my head, I'm like, whatever, dude. It's 2 a.m. Like, no one's really.
You halfway asleep, like, what the hell is this?
And then they DM'd me from like other places. I was like, oh snap, this is actually legit. Like, like he actually like likes my music.
That's what's up. Congratulations on that,
Thank
man.
you.
Yeah.
And I remember like actually hearing him play it live. I believe it was the what was that venue? It's in West Chicago.
Hell yeah.
The WC Club?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember him being there and he actually played, and I'm like, wow. I still have the video of like the crowd's reaction to it and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
He played your track?
yeah.
Oh man, make some noise for my boy right here, man. Make some noise for Maliik. For real though. All right. So I did say like we had like one more inspiration, but I'm on some other vibe, because you came off rap music like me. Give me like 3 of your top rap guys.
Like all time?
Like. Yes. Yeah. Get all time. All time. Let's do all time. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Nas.
Okay.
Personal favorite of mine, Twista.
Okay. Chicago. Shout out to Twisted.
And I'll have to go Outkast for a group.
Hey, let's know the cast, man. Andre 3000, you are past due. Put out some music, man. I don't want to hear no damn flutes. Even though that flute album was great, it was great for meditation. You know what I'm saying? I bring a little girlfriend with me. You know what I'm saying? We drink a little wine, whatever. But please, we need to hear the flows.
He's like, I'm done.
So I'm gonna get into the meat of things. This is where things can get a little, I won't say ugly, because we try not to say names, but you know what? This is your interview. So if you feel so much about it, sound off. Like, this show is mostly positive. I like to lift up artists. I like to like help artists get themselves out. He don't need my help, but I just love presenting him to a new audience. However, if there's something that is on an artist's mind and you just really need to say it because it makes sense sometimes, because our artists our newer artists needs help to know how to navigate through this. Not one artist has the 100% know-how to do this. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. When it comes to bass music, when it comes to dubstep music in the Chicagoland area, or let's just, we ain't got to limit it to Chicago, because the way I look at it, you're going to be a worldwide artist. Who do you think actually hold power in this industry, and how do they keep it? And you can, and then now you can say Chicago based off of your knowledge, like who holds power, and how do they keep this power? How do they maintain and solidify it? Who do you say who runs it?
I say the promoters, and like I say, money brings power.
Yeah.
Like they know they could basically buy their way. There's some that could buy their way to the top. I mean, I know right now there's a disagreement going on between like artists choosing to play at certain venues because certain venues are basically buying out the artists, and there's a protest between the fans like, what, like they don't appreciate our style at this venue, so why are you keep booking artists of this style at this venue?
Now that sounds, you know what? That sounds like I won't say their names either, and I know we're talking about two different entities, but there's an entity in Chicago that they have 100% access to this big venue, right? And all they keep booking is these damn played out tech house artists when the sound has went to techno. Like I go to these raves, right? And Redline's one of them. Redline is on the positive side. I'm saying they are one of the biggest promotion companies when it comes to techno music, and they pack it out by the thousands, and they all are like 18, 19, 20. This is where the sound is at. You always go with what the younger people fuck with.
I got a funny Redline story.
But these big venues and nightclubs that are in Chicago, they keep bringing, I'm not gonna say their name. Good Lord, I want to say names so bad, but they keep bringing these played out tech house artists that, yeah, they doing good in Vegas. That's about it, and maybe at Space in Miami. But when it comes to the actual music, these kids, they want techno. They want that sound. They don't want the tech house anymore. It's played out. But I relate to you on what you're saying, so I'm guessing it's something like that. They keep booking these particular artists, but then, and for example, I go to one of these nightclubs, and I hope I didn't say their name, and if I did, we'll edit it out. But I go there, right, and they book XYZ artists, and everybody's like, Randy, come with us to this club, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm there, and dude, the crowd is like this. Or with their phone. Nobody got their hands up. Nobody's going crazy. And that's because I think the talent buyers are not keeping up with the times. They're keeping up with who they know. That's what that's about.
And like they book the artists because like in our world, fans like to dance a lot, and mosh pitting is a thing in the dubstep scene.
Yeah.
So if you're a venue that's like, oh, we're gonna basically police it and basically take away everything the scene is known for.
Yeah.
But at the same time, book artists that are in the scene that are gonna drop music that's making it known, that make people do what we're known for.
Yeah.
Like it kind of counter each other. Like, hey, we're gonna book an artist that's gonna make people mosh and do all this stuff, but at the same time, no moshing, none of that in the venue unless you're gonna get kicked out.
Oh,
it kind of like confuses them.
So they're regulating and policing things and telling the party goers not to be who they are, basically.
Not to do what the scene's known for, basically.
Yeah.
And that's what like the big protest is for. They're telling artists like, yo, stop coming to this venue because it's actually against everything the scene is for.
Question for you now. Now we're gonna get really into the meat of it. Have you ever been blackballed, blacklisted, or someone tried to like hate and shut you out, stop you from getting performances because your name popping?
I'm taking a drink.
Do we have? Yeah, this is water. Water. Bad vibes here because it's time. So, case in point, like with me, like you know who I am. You may know of me. I don't know, but my name is popping worldwide on all cylinders. And I did the backwards thing. It was like my record blew. My first album blew up worldwide. Then I said, hey, let me go to Chicago and get to know them and promote myself and everything. And they're looking at me like, who are you? And they had made me go through the ringer and gave me hard time after hard time. And me being from Gary, me being from the hood, that didn't interpret well for me because I'm trying to fight people. I'm trying to get real gangster with it. And it's not a good look in the house music scene to react that way. It had to be more like, Rondell, just stay away from that person, let time heal. So that's why I'm asking you. So like, your name is popping. Have you found any adversity from somebody just because your name is popping and somebody wanted to talk behind your back, say, don't book this guy because of X, Y, and Z?
As you may know or not, like circling back on how I want to push like all the black artists. I started this thing. We actually had our second annual show called All Black Everything.
I wanted to be the techno artist for that, man. I was trying to hit you.
I'm trying to make it like we're slowly growing it to like a multi-stage thing. I'm trying to push that like that's like I have that on the mind. Like in a couple years, I want it to be like a multiple stage or a whole weekend thing where multiple artists in multiple genres.
Since we're here, because what I wanted to do, because I actually play bass. I like the older, like Rusko, bangers.
Oh yeah.
I like that, like 16-bit a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I could play the music. And the beautiful part about it is a lot of the music falls into that 70 beats per minute category.
Yeah.
Which double time the techno is 140 beats per minute.
Yeah.
So like me and Voss over here, we do it sometimes. Like she'll be playing bass and I'll double behind with the techno and we're going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wanted to come in and not just like me and Marco, for example. That's how I met Marco, Base Station Marco. What's up, Marco?
Yes, definitely.
So like,
lots of love for him.
The first time I met Marco, we was at After Hours, and the chick was like, well, you can get on, but you got to get on with him. And I'm like, who the hell is this guy? You know what I'm saying? So we're literally on the fucking decks, around then on Marco, meeting each other and doing the back-to-back for the first time.
Yeah.
And that set was so dope because he was trying to like match my energy with the techno. I'm like, nah, bro, play that bass and I'm gonna play the techno with you.
Yeah.
And we had the crowd going so much they couldn't believe what they were hearing. So yeah, let me know, bro. I'm
100%.
Yeah, but what was you saying? I'm sorry, I get long-winded.
Yeah, I have that going on. It was the second annual, and it goes to show like how you can't help someone who doesn't want to help themselves.
We could write books on this.
So like I had a person that like there's a lot of drama in the scene. And I've tried to be the person. I've tried to be like the person that's like, all right, let's try to basically clean this up. Let me help you try to sweep this up.
All right.
So I wanted her to, come aboard, help on the show or whatnot. And I noticed like a bad vibe, like her questioning like certain people, like, hey, why are you booking this person?
Oh.
Or, have you heard something about this? Or you should replace them for that. I'm not saying you should do this, but like I had the question in the back of my head, like, what's really going on?
Yeah.
And so I hit up the person I was working with. Shout out to Tay with the Astro Project for this year. She helped me out a lot with this.
Okay.
So I was messaging her and stuff, and then she told me the information like, hey, she got into some trouble here, and here.
Yeah.
So technically she can't, work this event.
Yeah.
So, like, me being, like, the okay person, still trying to find the good side, I'm like, hey, I heard this news. No, I didn't want to just jump to conclusions. I'm like, if you can you please just talk, come to a conclusion, try to be, like, the bigger man in this to sort this out. Apparently, they refused to. They expected me to do it for them. And I'm like, yo, this is your mess. I'm not cleaning up your mess.
Yeah, they don't have no curious. They bring it up, but then don't want to follow through with the person that they're talking about.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm like, you know what you have to do in order to, you know, get back on the show or whatnot. And so she hit me, because she's a black woman. She hit me with the, oh, I can't believe you're letting them ban a black woman from a black show. Like, let me mind, this is my show. Like, she kept saying a show, like, not acknowledging, like I'm the one that put, like, the blood, sweat, and tears into this. Literally, like, splinters, setting shit up and crying over it and sweating and everything. And so she bust out the C word, like, oh, I can't believe you're a coon and
Wow.
And I'm like, okay. Like,
wow.
Like at first I just left it alone. I just quickly responded to her like on Snap, like yo, I can't believe I just got called this. And basically I did like a mini 50 Cent thing. I changed my profile picture to a raccoon. And then she went on, and then I heard like she went on like some long like Snap little rant, like, oh, you shouldn't go here, yada yada yada.
Wow.
And then that's when I had to, you know, drop the bomb, like, all right, this is what really happened. And then like a day later I joked about it because she was like, she couldn't get into everywhere. And you know, like the beginning of that Chris Brown song when he's like, I don't know why you hate from outside the club. You can't even get in.
Right.
So I did that, and I just left it alone after that.
For sure.
But yeah, it was a failed attempt on her end because everyone was 100% on my side. So shout out to the real fam out there.
Shout out to the real fan, keeping it real. Which brings me to this next question. Damn, you said a lot. Hey, for real. What does gatekeeping look like today compared to when you started?
When I started, I think it was I heard more about like track gatekeeping, like, hey, oh man, that song's fire, where you get it from? I can't even tell you, bro. You gotta know somebody to get this track.
Right. Like, I mean, but in defense of that,
like I loved it, like I had to really work for it.
yeah, like there are, in my experience, there are DJs that, and that's what makes certain DJs special. They will play certain songs that other DJs won't play, whether if it's something that they remixed or made originally, or they got the track from somebody else. Dude, I just got this one track yesterday. It's a song that has been copied many times in the house music scene. Just to let you know, some of these songs is called Video Class by Lil Lewis, Acid Crash by Tyree Cooper. Shout out to these legendary DJs. Magic Feet by Mike Dunn. He made 2 different versions. But there's one guy, my boy Sean, Sean Hardison, DJ Sean T. It's called the Hells track. So there was like Hells High School in Chicago.
Yeah.
And there was a song that they made for like their halftime to rally up the students.
Yeah.
It goes, and that's the original track. And he finally sent it to me yesterday. Shout out to my boy Sean T. Like that's a legendary track, bro. And it's the track is so old. The original track, you could tell it was made on a tape. Like part of it, like, when you hear it, if you know about cassette tapes, like how it kind of like fades out and comes back in. Dude, I am playing that track. I do not care. I'm a player with the tape hits and everything. Like, it is raw. But yeah, you're right, bro. Like, you have to have some tracks that make the crowd say, okay, I got to come see this guy every time for that one track.
I remember tweeting people like, bruh, name your price, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I got like a couple hundred in my account, bro. I need this track.
Yeah.
And they were just like, no. Like,
because look, if you're playing the same tracks that everybody else play, it's not what makes you original. Right? I got other questions to ask. I'm not trying not to take too much time. Make sure you guys follow us at Rare Air Studio. Money, exploitation, and survival. Let's ask you some questions on there. Let's talk money. When did you realize passion alone wouldn't pay the bills?
At a very young age.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think even before music, like like even in college, you have like those small dreams, and you realize like, okay, this isn't really gonna pay the bills. Let me actually stick to, getting my education, getting trained in other fields and stuff.
Now, are you more of a performance DJ versus a gig DJ? You know what I'm talking about? You know the difference between the two? Like, for example, if I do a residency and I'm playing open format at Pepe's, like I used to do on 61st, versus somebody booking you for a special performance. So you do more of a performance, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And like on top of that, just the software is expensive, man.
Yeah. So software versus hardware. You're on software?
Oh yeah. Even in production wise, like
Where do you make your tracks with?
FL.
FL? Dude,
those VSTs, they add up, man.
Dude, I am going to give you a version of FL Studio. Like, I use Ableton, and I use Ableton for, like, all the styles of music that I make, even, like, bass music. I do have some bass music in my pocket I haven't released yet. But my nephew, Galaxy Beats, shout out to Galaxy Beats, I've been trying to get him in y'all arena, man, because he makes trap beats. I call them, like, strip club beats, though. They don't, but, like, I'm like, dude, you need to. I'm like, you're putting yourself out as a producer. I said, what was going to help you out is if you go out and perform. And it seems like when it comes to bass music, and I call it bass music because it's, you got dubstep, half step, two step, bro step, and then what was the genre you said?
Tear out.
You know what I'm saying? It seems like for those genres, that particular corner of music is produced better with FL Studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I tried Ableton, and you know that one level on a Tyson knockout that was just impossible. I was just looking at it like I know what you said. Like then you like y'all do this full time.
I think what gets me with FL Studio, not to be too long on this, so like. And the legend Robert Armani, who makes techno, he's a techno legend. He started with hardware. Mm-hmm. And when we first started making beats together, he whips out his computer, and I'm not a PC guy. And I'm like, what the hell is that? He's where I made my beats on. So he pulls out.
I remember those like all-in-one like keyboards they used to have like everything on it.
Bruh. But like, look, bro, he's making everything on Reason. And it's like Chinese arithmetic to me, bro. Like it's the one screen that you pull up with the dots. It's like, but it's kind of comparable to what we call piano view with Ableton. So like on top you have, your tracks, right? Mm-hmm. And then at the bottom, if you click on those tracks, you got the piano. I call it piano view with the dots that tell you which part of the loop you were doing or what key.
Yeah.
And I see that as kind of like what y'all do with the pre-screen. It's like y'all set it before y'all make y'all beats. You know what I'm talking about? What do you call that?
You're not talking side chaining.
No. So like when you first started making your beats at FL Studio, I don't even want to go into it. I should have thought about the questions. That's my bad. But like this is little screen. It says like drums, whatever. What is that?
Brain fart. I'm looking right at it.
Yeah, what is that? It's like when you first start your
I call that the teeth screen because it looked like little teeth.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about now. Exactly.
I'm having a brain fart.
I'm gonna get FL Studio. I'm gonna have a show just. I'm gonna have some producers on here like you, Robert Armani, and y'all gonna help me learn FL Studio like on this show.
This is gonna happen. I'm gonna be on the 294, and all of a sudden it's just gonna hit me, and I'm gonna be like,
yeah. Hey, no, my head got hot, man. Yeah, I'm bald head now. But have you ever been underpaid or straight up exploited? One of those, after you done perform, they said we'll pay you at the end, and then you be like, okay, well, my bread, and they say, well, what had happened was.
I think that happens with everyone.
Yeah.
I think everyone has to go through that. I got you.
So just tell us about a situation when that happened.
I mean, I mean, the most recent one was, I mean, all of us like grouped together and like hawked them down. Like,
Oh boy.
like, yo, it's been 2 weeks. It's been such and such. Like we need to hear something.
Yeah.
And it was from like a big group, like in the city, like a big promotion in the city. And like basically shout out to all of us for just like grouping together. Like, hey, bro, this isn't. Like this isn't it. Like you guys have like the big rep. Like what's the delay on this?
The promoter didn't pay none of y'all?
None.
Wow.
But we like grouped together and like eventually we got it though.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm always like whenever I do shows or whatnot, like me personally, I want to make sure I have the money on hand or something on hand like at the show, so I could be like, yo, here's something. I'll pay you the rest. Like if I got to pay you the rest, at least you'll know like.
Yeah.
Hey, I fronted you something.
Yeah. Bro, like I've promoted many times, and you know, I was one of those promoters that didn't have the money, but I feel like I was a good promoter and I can get people in, and I would pay people based on that. But my opinion is, if you don't have the money for your overhead in the beginning, you should not even think about it. You know what I'm saying? Because like. Hey, shit happens, and how Chicago is a big city. You know, a lot of times, especially like when it comes to house and techno, you got like 10 techno events on the same night. And a lot of these promoters don't promote right. They don't go to the schools. They don't pass out flyers. They don't pay for the online ads, and they just hope that, okay, last 2 weeks we had a good crowd. This week we're going to have a good crowd, too. It don't always work like that. And then it's like, okay, well, how much you gonna pay me? You say 100, 150, 200, 300, and then now you didn't have a crowd, and now you're looking crazy. You know, so
I hate when that happens. Like when it's someone you know too, and you're like,
bro,
like, no, that's my boy.
Look, I'm guilty of it. Like I'm not gonna act like on this show that I haven't like not paid people before. And if you're one of them, my money's coming. I'm gonna take care of you. But like on the real tip, people got to stop doing that. And me, I had to stop promoting in order for me to build my money up and be able to take care of my overhead, because that is important. Like word spreads, and no one's want to DJ for you if you don't take care of them. And hand scratches each other's back. I scratch yours, you scratch mine. I blow up and make your name right. You make my name right. That's just how it goes.
Yes.
You know. Let's keep it moving. Let's talk about the scene. First of all, I'm going to ask a variety of questions off this. Outside of Chicago, have you ever played anywhere out of town, like toured, like outside of Illinois, Indiana?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What were some of the cities you played in?
I played in Milwaukee, Madison, had a few shows in Buffalo, New York.
Okay.
I had a few shows in Michigan. Played in Indiana once. Few shows in the Quad City area.
What's the Quad Cities?
Like Rock Island, like that Illinois, Iowa, like area.
Okay.
Like Davenport, and then like Rock City on the Illinois side.
Okay.
I think that's like my main area.
What's your favorite city to go and play in?
I got to give a shout out to Milwaukee.
Milwaukee? Okay.
Yeah, the Milwaukee family
Blue
strong.
City, yeah. What up?
100%.
Okay. That's what's up. With the what's the scene like out there? Like I noticed that when you play in different cities, like certain crowds are a certain kind of way. Like what makes Milwaukee so special to you when it comes to that?
It kind of feels like here, you know, like it gives like that home feeling, like everyone's fam, no matter like where it's at. It could be like at Miramar, or there's a place called Timbuktu that has some fire ass, like I think they were like oxtail egg rolls.
Really?
I don't know what it was. It was amazing.
Wow.
like no matter what. Yeah.
How was that? I always wanted to play that.
It was amazing. It was an amazing vibe there. Yeah. Always.
What's
every
the
single
capacity
time.
of that bar?
They have like the main downstairs area, and they also have like their upstairs area. So it's like 2 stages.
Okay.
So it could hold like I say a couple hundred.
Okay. That's what's up. Shout out to Milwaukee. Hey.
Definitely.
Let y'all up there. What's broken? and in particular, what's broken in the Chicago nightlife scene that nobody want to say out loud?
I say trust.
Trust. Trust in what? Like give me some some scenarios or examples. Like, what do you mean?
Like lately, there's been like a lot of basically call outs of like people who we think are good people turning out being bad people, you know.
Is that in relation to like what's happening currently? Do you have a lot of like accusations that's going on like with male DJs that like inappropriately touching women, raping them, harassing them? Is that some of the situations or?
Yeah, like stuff like that in like trust as far as like even not even that even between like certain artists and promoters like it feels very cliquey, you know.
Yeah.
Like there's like beefs for no reason, like, oh, I don't want to play this show with this person because they mess with this person, or I don't want to book this person because they're friends with this person.
Oh man.
And it's like put the music first, you know.
Yeah,
like in that sense. But as far as like the other sense of like the DJs doing stuff that they're not supposed to be doing, like that's understandable. Like they deserve whatever hell's is given to them.
Yeah, bro. It's a lot of both happening. I know I kind of like touched on like what's happening, what I was saying with the big DJs with women. Kind of like touched on that with the last show. But in relation to like the cliquey, like there's some people that don't want to book me because I'm cool with this person. Mm-hmm. And I think it's childish. Like, I'm 51 years old. What another person does with another person's shit don't make me eat, is what they say.
Yeah.
Like, I have nothing to do with what this artist did, what this DJ did, what this person said. I have nothing to do with that. Yet you want to ostracize me and say, okay, well, you can't play with this person. No, I am my own person. And look at the multitude of people that they're missing out, the multitude of a crowd that they could have, the money that basically you're missing out on money.
Oh yeah.
You know, a lot of people, they don't think about the music, they don't think about the money. It's just ego. That's really what it is. And that's pretty much what I'm touching on with the next question. It's like, is politics and favoritism killing creativity locally?
100%, because it's not about like what you know in the scene. Like, it's kind of about who you know, but it's mostly about who knows you. Like, yeah. You could do.
I like that.
Like you could do all the production. You could be perfect on the decks. You could mix. You could do a whole set with your eyes closed, and hands behind your back, with your toes up and everything.
All right.
But as long as certain people don't know you or don't mess with you, it wouldn't even matter in the scene.
You don't scratch a dent.
Yeah, it wouldn't do anything. So I say that's kind of the issue. Like, if I was a promoter, even when I'm doing my shows, like my past show, I did like a lot of back-to-backs. I was pairing people, and it was based off of, like, I literally went to all of their SoundClouds, like, all right, let me see what your style is. Let me see what your style is, and let me match you with this person. And I said it like, hey, I matched you with this person because you guys have this same style, this same flow.
Yeah.
And even with set ties, even that way, I'm like, all right, I want to start this way. I know his style is going to mellow it down this way. And I know his style at this time is going to up the crowd, so we needed hyper at this time.
Yeah.
So I kind of do it that way, based off of style and not like based off of numbers or whatnot.
There you go. Very smart move. Very smart move. So you're a promoter as well, correct? You're a promoter, event producer.
I'll say part time. Like,
okay.
Like whenever like my show comes around, like once a year or so, that's when I put on the promoter hat.
Yeah. So how long have you been doing that? You said this is your second year?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, are you just gonna stick to that particular one event, or are you gonna expand and do more and be more frequent?
Yeah, I mean, I can expand. I'm always open to whoever needs that extra hand. Like, you see what I'm doing with my show, if you feel like, hey, let me add him to my team, like, I'm always open for a commission.
What accolades, what kind of props you've been given from these previous events? How has it helped you expand?
It basically a lot of thank yous from people like us for saying, like, giving like the voice, basically being like the voice of the voiceless, to like showing like the world, like, hey, there's more of us out there. And that's just a good feeling. Like, after an artist gets done, they just coming to me like, yo, thank you for doing this for us.
Yeah.
It's just like that feel good feeling.
Yeah.
Like, even if I'll say, like, both shows, like, ticket sales, they weren't like that.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't selling out venues 2 years in a row, but at the same time, like, everyone that came, like, I have people right now asking, like, yo, when's the next one happening?
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, let me recover from this one. Like,
that is the reason why I brought you on this show, because you have a very unique platform and you're bringing a very unique way into this by showing the EDM and the bass music world that black people could do it too. Make some noise from my homeboy on that.
thank you.
For real. I got you on this one. So I'm sure, like you already know, you have artists that they have left Chicago and then they blew up. Or they blew up and then they left Chicago. Why do so many talented artists leave Chicago to succeed?
Like I said, it circles back to it being cliquey, or like I was told too, like, you can't do this to just impress like where you are locally. Like they said, like, your hometown won't really support you until they see, the outsiders support you, who you are or whatnot.
Then they believe in you. Oh, they rocking with you in New York. Oh,
just like Fat Joe said, like, yesterday's price ain't today's price. So if I'm in Chicago and I'm begging for an opportunity, like, yo, I'll play for free or I'll play very cheap, and I get ignored or overlooked, and so I'm like, all right, I'm going to go bet on myself elsewhere, and I blow up elsewhere, and then here you come thinking like, oh, we're homies, I can get the hookup. And I'm like, nah, bro, like, you had that opportunity, like that coupon expired.
what will have to die in this scene for it to grow again? He like, damn, I get hit with these bombs. What? Boom! For real though.
What will have to die in the scene for it to grow again?
Yeah.
I'd say, like,
I think you just touched on it, but yeah.
What to say, people that aren't taking it serious, like, that are only here because they see, like, followers are doing it. Like you said, like, the celebrity, like, DJs, or like the ones that only doing it because they think, like, oh, I'm going to get, like, the big checks, the big house, the big this, that, and the other. And
it's the gratification of it all, yeah.
And then it's like, when they realize it's not what it is, it's like, all right, it's too late, but that opportunity that you've given up on could have been used on someone who already, understands this and are putting in the grind and are not, like I said, that don't have the numbers, but can still, like, throw down on the show or whatnot, will still show up no matter what.
Exactly.
So I think, like, that have to die down where we're putting, like, the numbers before, like, the art and the craft.
I have a serious question to ask you. I think many of us artists, we go through this in the creative process. We had just mentioned about producing shows, but then also there's that downtime. There's that time where you have to create again, and you're back in the lab, and you may have toured, you may have DJ X number of shows in a row, you might have to go to work, your regular job, and then that reality hits you. And you're like, damn, I was just rocking this, and now Mr. Smith is breathing down my neck talking about I ain't dig this pile of coal yet, or something like that, you know what I'm saying? But it has nothing to do with that. I will just give an example. What part of this industry, if it has, what part of this industry burned you out the hardest?
I'd say like
I'm sticking with these questions, boy. No, what'd you say though?
I'd say like there was a moment where I was trying to be, the numbers person, let me be active on social media, let me do all these reels to try to get all this attention, and that part of me was burning me out because I'm like, all I'm doing is setting up everything in my room to DJ for like 5 minutes, to take everything down, to edit it on my phone, to upload it, and you're telling me I have to do that how many times a day?
Exactly.
And I'm like, on top of doing everything, like, I'm like, no. Then it just clicked. I'm like, you know what? These numbers are stupid.
Yeah.
Like I'm just doing it just for me now.
Yeah.
Like I feel more refreshed too.
It's one of those things where, like, how do I say it? You never know who's watching. I may not see certain people that may like my posts, but then when you look at the stories, you like, wow, this person's looking at my story?
Yeah.
You repeat that out?
Oh, yeah.
There'll be some big names looking at your stories if you actually put in the work. And that's what it tells me, that for whatever egocentric reason that they're not liking your posts, they still looking at your stories. And that means you still doing the work.
Yeah. Then I just turned it into instead of me trying to put on like this mask of, hey, this is me trying to pump out numbers and stuff. I just turned my page into like, hey, you're going to get like the normal side of me. Like I'm not about to just post me doing doubles or whatnot. Like you're gonna see some posting me posting Lil Wayne lyrics during the day.
Yeah,
like I'll post a Wayne song in the AM and then promote like my dub show at the PM. like all this is just 100% me now.
Yeah, you're giving them like your human side too, because
yeah,
you don't have to do nothing but pay taxes. These days you ain't got to pay taxes, but I feel like I'm probably one of the most human, sometimes too human artists out there. And like I said, again, it's a learning curve where I've put a little bit too much of my personal business out there, and I had to learn to throttle back. But humanity does play an important part. Like, maybe one day I'll make a video of me walking the dog on the post. That's probably going to get hundreds of doggone likes.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, he's doing something that's not DJing. He's drawing from life.
Yeah.
And sometimes they need to know that you're just living.
Yeah, everyone knows like I'm a funny person in real life. Like people that follow me and I follow them, like some people would expect like me randomly roasting. Like if you post a selfie and all of a sudden I'll be like, yo, Applehead. Just a full day, just a random artist just roasting you up and down. You can't help but be like, you know what? I really like this dude.
Yeah. Dude, I've hosted, and like I said in the last show, I've hosted comedy shows, bro. Where like I'm more than just a DJ producer guy. I got other, what I'm saying, I do fashion design, bro. A lot of people don't even know that. I'm also a damn good cook, and these are certain things I need to be showing, and I haven't been doing it. Like, people don't even know I'm a visual artist. I went to an art school. I went to Columbia and also went to the Art Institute. A lot of people don't know these things, and I think the more people know, your audience knows about you, more than just music, it helps your brand as well. Another question for you. Mm-hmm. How did the lifestyle affect your relationships and or your mental health?
Relationship wise, I knew how to balance like the life and music, like my personal life and stuff. Like my family bond, like is still right there, and like even they support it, even though I'm like low key, like come on now, cause I have like those auntie or uncles. As soon as they come over, oh, you a musician, huh? Make me a beat. And I'm like, bruh, that's not what I do. Or you a DJ, like you do the eerie. I'm like, dude, like,
it's not what you think,
right?
Right.
But they still support it, even though I'm like, come on now.
That's good to know your family support. How did the music or the industry, how is it affecting your mental health today? had any situations? Did anything fuck your head up, or are you seeing anything that gave you nightmares? No, it's good. But like,
Nothing more nightmares. Circles back with me being, like I said, like the trust being lost, because like I still see myself as an uppercomer, and as an uppercomer, you know, you look up to people, you rely, like coming up, you rely on like some people and whatnot, and it all like circles back to people not being who you thought they were, and you're just like, man, dude.
have you ever been let down by a DJ? And I'll give you an example. There's a legendary DJ that happened to me twice, as a matter of fact. So one time I won a contest with a well-known radio station, and I was supposed to be one of their DJs on their mix show, actually. So here I am on stage because I'm opening up. I was, as a result of winning this contest to be on this station. I was on stage. Now, hey, Rondell, welcome to blah, blah, blah. Welcome to blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, I made it. I'm on this show. Now, peep this. I'm on stage with the biggest crowd I ever DJ for, 5,000 people. Whew. And this one DJ, he comes, says, what up? What up, man? And I'm like, these are people I'm fans of.
Yeah.
So the inside of me is going crazy. Like, I'm trying not to fanboy out, because now I'm like, these people are my peer.
Yeah.
And the crowd started with, like, I could see dots of people. It was like 500. By the time I got there and started playing, I opened for Frankie Knuckles, the Frankie Knuckles, the godfather of house music.
Oh, yes.
So I'm playing, the crowd is going crazy, and the crowd starts making this crazy noise because this one big DJ is getting on stage. Now, this DJ was the head of the mix show department of this station.
Yeah.
And for those that know who I'm talking about, y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all gotta know who I'm talking about. Very known house music DJ. So I see him, hey, what up, DJ? He gives me this mean look and turns his back. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Dude, my heart was like, and I was like, whoa, what the hell's going on? He don't like me? Like, what the fuck? I'm not his pick? What? And another DJ, another well-known DJ was like, hey, don't even worry about it. Bang your box. Do what you came here to do. And then not only that, the same asshole had his intern come to me as I'm rocking the crowd, telling me, don't play this song. Don't play that song. Yeah, it was horrible. It was one of the biggest letdowns ever. But what got me into playing house and techno today, because at that time I was making hip hop beats.
Yeah.
I had 4 original house beats. Nobody ever heard them. I had 20 minutes left. So for all of those 20 minutes, I let those songs that were like 5 or 6 minutes each, I let them play from front to back. And as I was bringing one track in, what had me convinced, somebody in the crowd was like, "Ah, what the fuck is that?"
That's the best feeling.
Dude.
Yeah.
And at the end of my set, I'm taking pictures with the crowd. My back was towards the crowd. The photographer was taking shots. He said, get closer to the crowd. They were trying to snatch me off the stage because that music worked, and now I make house and techno. But yeah, that artist, bro, I mean, that DJ, F him, dead ass, because, like, how you just gonna hate just off top like that? You know what I'm saying? They don't make no damn sense. Anyway, has anything like that happened to you?
Nothing to that caliber. I mean, closest to that was, I remember opening for a venue on the north side. Again, it goes back to me saying, like, venues not knowing, like, what artists are what, and like knowing the full lineup, like I was cool with the headline and everything. Like, everyone knows, like, oh, he's gonna throw heavy or whatnot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, I'm opening or whatnot, whatever. I'm just gonna do what I usually do.
Facts.
So I'm just in the middle of it, like, everyone's liking it and stuff, and like the owner just out of nowhere, he was like, when the openers, they usually play something mellow, so can you like mellow it down? And I just looked at him like I looked for like the camera that wasn't there. So I'm just like is this damn serious? Like, do you not know what I do?
Right.
So I was like, okay. I think I did it for like 2 tracks, and I'm like, I'm not doing this. Like, this doesn't even feel like me.
It's not you, right?
Yeah, you could feel like the vibe in the room was like, hey, what happened?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, forget that. Let me go back to what I was doing. And even then, the crowd was like, "Yo, you killed it" or whatnot. I'm like, "Thank you. Like, I appreciate that from you. Like, as far as
Hey, that wasn't us, was it?
no, not at all.
I had to make sure. You know.
No, not at all.
Question for you. What genre do you love but you don't play publicly?
I listen to
Boom. No, just
I listen to like a lot of bass house on the side.
Okay.
So like a lot of like abstract or whatnot.
Who is that?
He's
Abstract, you said, right?
yeah.
I think I heard that name. Shout out to Abstract.
And then I listen to like a lot of like a lot of like local like bass like old school like juke footwork music.
Okay.
So like the Rashads, the Clints.
Yeah. Clint's my boy. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't know how many times I done listened to Bounce This Month alone. I don't know why. Just dun, 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 dun.
That's my snap. That's my
It's like
shit.
you can't help but to just listen to it. You're just like,
Question for you now. So, dubstep comes out of drum and bass, correct? Drum and bass is like the parent? Or what would you say? I'm just trying to get an understanding on some things.
yeah, there's a lot of like back and forth between like the history of like what came first, like was it this? Because I learned like there's a different like a deeper form of rhythm before the rhythm that we know today. Like I was put on like more of the Jamaican rhythm and stuff, and I was like, whoa, that was even the eye opener for me because it was like actually like most like dubstep and stuff starts from like the Jamaican music. So I've been doing that a lot lately, like looking for like certain sounds and stuff that I'm familiar with that I've heard, or like certain samples that I've heard. I'm like, oh snap, it came from that song. I just love doing that now.
What is the difference between dubstep and what we call the halftime?
Is it halftime?
Halftime drum and bass. So when I heard halftime drum and bass, somebody would say, "Yo, this halftime." I said, "Motherfucker, that's hip hop." It sounded like a hip hop track to me. You know what I'm saying? What's the
Could be the BPM. I think I know what you're talking about. Like,
So I've heard some not half step, but halftime tracks that were like 80 beats per minute. So what is that? 160.
yeah,
And when I heard it, I was just like, dude, that's an East Coast like rap track with no bars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie. Like a lot of times when I'm at these like dubstep shows, I be rapping. I ain't gonna lie, I be like on some shrooms, high as a kite, bro, and I just
there are some fire like
the beats be going,
There are some good tracks with actual rappers out there that collaborated with like dubstep artists that are actually good out there.
Chasing Status was one of my favorite ones out there. I like Chasing Status.
Like I know Flux did one with Childish Gambino.
Okay, Flux Pavilion, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, I love Flux Pavilion. One of my favorite dubstep artists out there.
Yeah, that's what I want to push too. Like have like more of that because it's a good combination of like some rap artists that could rap on like dubstep tracks before the drop. Like that's actually a good combination that I wish like more people would get into.
You got any drillers on yours? That'll be like a dope style, like the drill style to it. Yeah.
I've been looking into it. Like I've actually been studying more on adding like vocal tracks because I've been deep diving into that more. Mm-hmm. Like who to look for or what style to look for, or even how to like create that like especially with T-Pain coming into the scene. Like that's my dream.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, T-Pain's in the scene now.
Oh really?
That's like super top of the bucket list. Like
he has music out like in that vibe now. Like I haven't heard his music recently.
Like I think he calls it like his bass boot camp. That he's posted online, like him, like with actual like bass artists, because like Shaq's in the scene and stuff.
Right.
And I know like Shaq's been getting him bookings, so I know T-Pain has like some upcoming like DJ bookings and stuff in the scene now that he's like, dipping his toes into it now.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Stories that shaped you. Let's get into that. Tell us the one story where everything went wrong. But it changed you for the better. He's like,
Take a little.
It's like, let me take some of this bad vibe shield. We don't want to get too ironic on the situation. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you already know, like for real. Good vibes only, though. You already know.
Oh yeah. I mean, there was something recently, but I don't want to. I don't. I'm not a throw a person under the bus type person, but I say for the scene wise, there was a time that I DJ'd at Base Station for a show. I was
Shout out to Base Station. Shout out to Marco Base Station. Yeah.
100%. And I was like newer into the scene, and I was on the side stage, and I remember that day because it was hot as hell that day. Like, sauna. Like it was hot outside.
Okay. So Marco's good air conditioning when I played there last year, man. What happened down there?
No. When it's hot outside, and people are already hot coming inside.
Oh, they brought the heat in.
Yeah, they brought the heat in on top of their body heat going crazy. Like it was hot everywhere.
And you black, so we attract heat.
When you went outside, there was no wind. You're like, bro, like what's going on?
Yeah.
But anyway, like I remember something was wrong with the sound on the side stage, and I remember playing like in the middle of it, like everything just kept maxing out and stuff as I'm playing. I'm like, dude, what's going on? Like what's like something's happening. Like everyone kept ignoring it. They're like, oh, it's nothing. And I kept seeing someone like, yo, can you stop red light? I'm like, I'm not doing this. Like something's wrong with the sound. Like I'm like, my sound, like my tunes doesn't sound right. Like something's going on, and like everyone kept ignoring it. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'm just tripping. You know, I'm still new here. I'm just tripping. You know? This is probably just how it is or whatever. I left it alone. A couple months go by. I don't know if you know Rocky in the scene. He does his Euphoria shows.
I don't.
Like he does like hard techno. He's a hard techno artist. He's black as well. I remember
he introduced me to him. Like Rocky, what's up? Get out.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you want to get on the show? You know, hit your boy up.
Yeah, I remember. Like I was like contacting him. I was like, yo, I dabble in like drum and bass a little bit because he had like one of his Euphoria shows where it's like everything but basically dubstep. And it was going to be at Base Station. And I remember he like brought me on board. He was like, yo, I got you locked in or whatever. And then like a couple days go by and he was like, yeah, I talked to them and apparently you're on their ban list for like blowing the speakers. And I'm like, what?
Damn.
So I remember just contacting everyone like, yo, what's going on?
Wow.
And they were like, yeah, apparently they said you were red lighting and it caused like the amps to blow or whatnot.
Damn.
And I remember.
And you like, I was just checking to see if it was good. Can't win. Damn.
I ain't lie. There was a time that I was angry. I notice now when I'm angry, I make like heavy like rhythm track, like basically like my form of like rhythm diss tracks.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I made like people that's close to me knows the story, but now it's publicly like yeah, I made a diss track towards Base Station.
Ain't nothing wrong with diss tracks.
It's a diss track.
Marco, I love you, homie. I love you so much, man.
But like during that time, like we worked it out and stuff. Like later on, a few months, I just like let the heat die down. I just popped up at like one of the shows, and I like personally got to speak with everyone there, and like we sorted everything out. And I think that's how like our connection and how they're basically like family to me. Just me like being like the bigger man, like, yo, I'm here uninvited. Let's sort this out. Let's clear this up. Let me clear my name. Let's get this out of the way. And I guess they understood it. They respected it. And the rest has been history. We've been like this ever since.
That's what's up. What's a moment you're proud of that no one applauded? Here we go. Another boom on your ass.
Well, you said that no one applauded?
Yeah, that moment that you're proud of that no one applauded. I don't know. They watching. They want to know. You know what I'm saying? This is a way for you to, with class, sound off.
Where I'm just like, was it where I was expecting an applause and I didn't get one, or
either one? Like, It might have been the way you handled the situation, and you thought, hey, you know what I'm saying, I should have been applauded for that, or whatever the case is, like something that you feel like you didn't get enough props with, that you should have gotten more props for.
I mean, I'll bring up my all black show and seeing like local, like citywide promoters, like during the month, they're like, oh, look at all the Black History events that are happening in the city. And I'm always just scrolling for my events, and I'm like, yo.
Yeah, like where is it? Right?
And I know I know like it's big city because I'm looking at like us sharing it, and I'm looking at the numbers of who's liking it, who's reposting it, who's tagging it or whatnot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, we're black artists over here. We're trying to get our names out there too. Why? Like again, like is it because our numbers aren't good enough? Like,
are you posting? Have you posted on like Resident Advisor, blah blah blah?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like
okay.
Like there are pages out there that are like for black artists that promotes black artists or whatnot, but.
Tell me about them. I don't know. Like
there's Melanin Ravers out there.
I don't know about that. Like put me on.
Yeah, that's Instagram that promotes like black artists and basically like black people in the scene. Like that's a major one that I've tried to get with. Even like promoters like Do 312. Like I get almost all of their emails.
Yeah.
Even then, like I've hawked them down on my show. I'm like, bro, can you at least give me like a shout out, like, dude, like a thank you?
Dude, they gotta do 312. They gotta do 317. We can drop something again. No, it was only one time. But yeah, we gotta do 312, do 317. This says, oh, wrap it up and say, okay, yeah. What is the wildest rumor you've heard about of yourself?
I don't think there's really rumors about me because, like, the circle I keep, like, they instantly shut it down before it even happens. Like it would have to be something that I have to deeply look for. But otherwise, I haven't really heard, like, any wild rumors about me.
2 more questions. I got, like, 1 question, and then we'll end it out on a good note.
Oh, yeah.
All right? So there's 1 question, and then I'll end it on a good note after this. What do you think that your industry is going towards? Is it going towards growth or collapse?
I say it's growth.
And why?
I say it's going towards growth. Primarily like the newcomers that are coming up that are actually for the biz. Like I feel like we are slowly getting past that I'm only doing it because I want to be popular phase and getting back into the I'm doing it because I really want to do it. Like I have passion into this phase. So because of that, I really see like the growth, like seeing bigger people in it, seeing like names that I wouldn't expect to see, like, and places that I wouldn't expect to see them, like, like hearing like dubstep playing at like NBA or NHL games is something I wouldn't expect it, especially if it's like songs that I personally listen to, not just like the mainstream dubstep songs that everyone like thinks like, oh, that's all EDM, because you know like that stereotype of EDM that goes around. Like it's not like that type of music. It's actually music that I personally listen to, and I'm like, wow, we're really growing out here, and that's a good thing.
For sure. In closing, what are you doing currently, and do you have any special performances that are going to happen soon, this year, this summer? What are we looking towards in the future for Mr. Maliik?
This year I'm pretty open for bookings right now. I'm actually winding down on bookings this year. Next year I want to really focus on like the marketing, like bring back the marketing side of me, the promoting side of me, you know, do my due diligence into making like that side of the scene like great and better. And like I say, if it means me hanging up the USB for a while, like I'm all for it, as long as that means, you know, the wheels keep rolling in the industry for people like us.
You were about wearing different hats, it sounds like, correct?
Oh yeah.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Hey man, thank you for coming out. This has been a great fact-finding show. I found out about some things. This is why we do these shows, is because not only do you get to see a different light or things that we're putting a highlight on, but it's also for me to know too. So make some noise for my man Maliik right here. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you in the future. I'm Rondell Adams. This is Red Air Studio. Make sure you follow, subscribe, share, comment, let us know what you think, and also send us donations. We'll have the link right there at the bottom. You'll look for it. It says Red Air Studio. Thank you so much. I'm Rondell Adams, and we're out. Thanks, man. Hell yeah.